what's up. It's definitely the best time of the day, and I just wanted to do a quick video. Let's make sure we're recording. Alright, we're good to go. And I give thanks for this sun being so bright right now, give me the perfect lighting. What I want to talk about is showing your light. It could be expressed as like energy exchange. And I want to say that for a reason, because for me, that's how I look at it. From a 5D perspective, it's not about how you act, it's what you give your energy to and what you involve yourself in, and what you, a lot of people say, it's about how you do it. It's not about how you do it. It's about what you're doing, primarily, like what it is that you choose to do and entertain. Because it's like, okay, if you're cheating, for example, it doesn't matter if it was just oral, or it doesn't matter if you went through with the whole physical act. It's still going to be looked at as cheating. Sometimes even talking on the phone and just expressing those intimate emotions are looked at as the same concept of cheating. Like someone would go to their friend and be like, oh yeah, my man cheated on me or whatever, and he could have just been talking to another female, and he could be placed in the same category as someone that went and had a whole other interaction, sexual intercourse with somebody else. You feel me? So one thing that I notice about myself that I can't control, like I like to be a very open person, but I have elements about myself that's just how it is. Like I cannot change it, I cannot alter it, and a lot of those are my emotions. Like I wear my emotions on my sleeves, but I don't express that. What I express is the overall. But a lot of times I don't like to express my emotions because they're so freely. Sometimes I don't even understand them myself. But with energy exchange, it's important to remember that regardless of the level, you should still make a balance. And I mean that on like, if it's someone performing versus someone watching. Some people will believe that, since the person is watching them, that they don't need to give the same energy exchange as the person that be performing. And that the person that should be performing should really give their all. And that's just something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, because I've had a lot of opportunities where I haven't given my all in those opportunities for my particular reasons, and I'm grateful that I know that I'm not giving my all, and that's not my top job at the moment. But to somebody that would be like, bad, like they'd be like, if you working towards something, especially how, I'm all in for the most part into my dream. I'm still developing myself, because part of getting my dream is healing myself, and I recognize that. So beyond that though, like I'm all in, like I don't work for nobody but myself at this point. I have big dreams for myself and for my family, and everything that I'm doing is tying into my self-development for the most part. So if I go to these events where these opportunities have been manifested and then I don't give my all, how does that look? Or why is it that it makes sense for me? For one, because I have to recognize that I don't see the biggest picture, but I'm the one that's creating this frame. You know what I'm saying? And this painting. I'm like but the frame in the way of that is the structure of what the art is going to be. I'm the one that have to create this, Even if I were to watch other people that take this same route of, being an entrepreneur or expressing yourself creatively, and seeing those travels, they still can't do it like in the way that I would be doing it, because nobody is going to be giving my art the way that I give it. And once I recognize that, then I always make sure that I stand in a way, or that I'm looking in a way that's going to be unison with the whole art. You know what I'm saying? I'm very present, but I'm still connected to the past of how I came to this circumstance and me being in this place, and the ideals of the future that I want to create for myself, very much so. So I say that just to say, frankly, like I don't give my all because I feel like people on the outside is not giving me what I deserve at this time. So, some people could say that from the outside, like if you're seeing that, that's because that's just a reflection of yourself. But me personally, I've mentioned this before, but I still need to express this a little bit more, like the idea that like before you manifest into the reality, your mindset has to be in a certain type of frequency. My mindset is there. He's about to pull off real quick, but his green Suburban. But anyways, so I don't feel like I'm receiving that, and in return some people be like, oh, you should catch up, like you have to make your reality match your mental. And it's just that's one of the biggest challenges for me, you know, because I often feel like, will it come to a place where I will have to give my all and where I will feel like I'm giving 110%, or is it always gonna look like I'm not giving, that I'm not receiving because I'm not giving that energy? That's something that I contemplate on. So in other words, it's like, you know, you say you want something, but you're not working towards it. You know what I'm saying? But if you were to work towards it, you would look at it like you're receiving it. But if you're not really working towards it and you thinking that you just being active in the moment, like you just experiencing it, whether you hop on that opportunity or if you feel like you fall short, do you feel like things would change in your favor? Me, personally, I believe so. And I believe that it's respect, because there's so many opportunities that I can dive into to help expand me energetically to this world on a level like more people will be able to connect to me, but they won't be able to connect to my inner. They'll be able to connect to my shell, and that's the difference. Like, you know, I'm very connected to my body because this is, you know, I'm always in this being when I'm awake here, and you know, it's like a love-hate relationship. But overall, like, I'm always concerned about that person because I know that person. So, you know, ideally what I want to do is continue to listen to what this person stands for, and get rid of the thoughts that, you know, people only want to see that other idea, and start to accept the fact that, you know, you can have a different energy and people can respect you for being you, because overall, if you being you, you could do, nobody else could do it like you, and that's always doing it right. So I feel like when I give my all, it's not in just one circumstance, but it's in the overall balance of things. And that's a deeper perspective. Like, okay, I might go to a show, and then when I'm around people that I want to connect to, and then I can't get in that place where I can connect to them deeply because I feel like detached, because obviously we don't know each other in those moments or whatever. Like, I will balance that out by being so vulnerable in this, you know, and if anyone is interested in some sort, they can have access to this free, you know. So that's how I balance out my energy. You know, I can't give my all, because if you give your all and you really giving your all, like, all I'm doing is giving myself. If I were to give my all every time, you have to realize that I will never get what I deserve out of it. So that's really how I look at it. It's an energy exchange, but underlying, it's about who do you see yourself as, and who do you believe you are, and how do you value yourself. You know, I'm an accessible type of a person. Like, I had the same number for years. I don't like to ignore people. Like, I always try to be open to really getting to know people for real, like, not just for trying to be nice. But I'll cut this short after this. But what I'm learning, though, is that it's really just about you, because that's really what the reflections are. So, yeah.